A Spokane mother racked with grief celebrated a major victory this week.
For nearly 10 years, she's been trying to prove her daughter, a former Washington state trooper, did not commit suicide and that someone may be responsible for her death. Rhonda Reynolds died of a gunshot wound in Lewis County in 1998. Just this week, her mother got the victory in court she's been waiting for. KXLY4's Melissa Luck reports.
She loved law enforcement, she loved life, loved horses.
Kind, caring, and committed to a career in law enforcement and security. 10 years after her death, Rhonda Reynolds' mother Barb can't forget her.
Kind, caring, just a wonderful, wonderful young lady.
Rhonda graduated from Cheney High School and followed her dreams to join the Washington State Patrol. She left the patrol and worked in private security, eventually marrying a man 20 years her senior. 11 months later, and on the verge of divorce, Rhonda made plans to leave her husband.
I last talked to her at about 11 o'clock the night before, and her tickets were all purchased.
She never made it back to Spokane. The next morning, her husband called 911 and said Rhonda had committed suicide. Barb never believed that was the whole story.
If for whatever reason it was her choice, it was her choice. The fact that her life was taken from her is totally unacceptable.
Forensic evidence may back up Barb's claims. Barb consulted some of the top investigators in the country who determined Rhonda's body temperature, condition of her body, and where the weapon was found just don't add up to suicide. Over the years, Barb has worked diligently to get Rhonda's death certificate changed, even undergoing the heart-wrenching task of viewing her own daughter's autopsy photos. She says all she wanted was to meet with the coroner and investigators to see how they came to their conclusion.
For years, that's all I've asked of any of the officials in Lewis County, is sit down with me. That's the sheriff, that's the prosecutor, that's the coroner.
Now she's one step closer to that wish. The state appeals court ruled unanimously that Lewis County needs to take a second look at the case. A judicial review that could overturn the ruling of suicide is a very real possibility. For Barb, it's one wish answered after 10 years of unanswered prayers. She says it's something Rhonda would have done for her.
Had it happened to myself or one of her friends, she wouldn't have let it drop. You know, she'd have hung in there and fought it to the end.